Marijuana's bad.
Hey guys, AK here, and we're going to keep rolling with this track and producing it into something that is worth listening to. I'm just going to listen back. It's been a couple days since I've listened to this track. I like this section almost as is, so I think I might just do a riser here. Yeah, I think we'll just do a riser. And one way I like to make risers is to record the next section that I'm going into, or maybe even a section later in the song. Yeah, let's get some of those drums going. And I'm going to record this just into an empty channel, just record the master. Maybe just like 4 or 8 bars. We'll do 8 bars. Alright, cool. And then I reverse it and apply some crazy reverb, and usually I just use the normal Ableton reverb, but I'm gonna try something with this new plugin or it's not new, it's new to me, Valhalla Shimmer, and it makes some really interesting reverb. So I'll turn the mix right up and sort of, oh, that's cool. Just play with some of these parameters. It might be interesting to automate the size. I usually don't like to do this, but let's just see what happens. What we're trying to get here is some sort of very slowly building phrase that we can just strap through the entire 8 bars of our song previous here in this first A section. And then that will transition to the B section. It's cool, but I don't like it. I just don't. So let's delete this automation. Clear envelope. And find a size that makes sense. Maybe we'll have the diffusion automate over time. Nothing crazy. So I'm not really being very intentional here. And even, I'm going to just freeze it. I'm not even going to listen to it. Because I want to move forward. I want to have some sort of sample. Okay, now that I have this sample frozen with all the reversed reverb. Uh-oh. Spinning wheel of death. Come on. There we go. Now I have the sample frozen with all this reverb. I'm going to draw this right out. And I'm actually going to reverse this again. So the hits are forward, the reverb is backwards. And we can see where our swell point is. It's pretty actually obvious when we're looking at the track like this. And I sort of want it, what I really want to happen is I want it to come to its biggest point right there and then just sort of stop. And I really want it to be the full length of the phrase, so I'll insert a warp marker. Oh, it looks like there are no detected transients. What happens if I rewarp this? Alright, cool. So I'm going to insert a warp marker early on here and at that point that I want to be the end of the phrase, so I can freely stretch this to get it to fill the timeline in an appropriate way. And then I'll just position it back. I'm really just fitting it in. I think I warped it too far. I'm fitting it in relational to my time structure, and then we'll listen to it and see how to process it, and I'll just put a fade at the front. So this is what it sounds like by itself. Okay, so now that I'm hearing it, actually the swell point that makes sense is like right around here. So we're gonna, again, just put a warp marker there, drag this back, and when you warp stuff like crazy, that's kind of cool. When you warp stuff like crazy, the warp modes have a very strong impact on the sound. And one thing that I'm going to do to chop this up is maybe use an auto panner and just have it, you know, with 360-degree phase, so it can sort of chop up this audio based on this waveform. Let's listen to my drums to get this automation right. And I actually might, no, I'll pencil it in. Sometimes I like to use a push for this, something like this, but. That's cool. We might have the shape change over time. Alright, let's see what this sounds like in context. I don't think it's going to sound too good. So I really like the first half of the phrase. It's pretty cool. One thing I might do to just neaten this up is just freeze it again. And you want to make sure, if you work like me, you need a lot of disk space, because I spend a lot of time freezing and flattening, and each of those creates individual files. We can get rid of them later in one of these manage set functions, but I don't like to think about it. So my projects are all 2-3 gigabytes, probably don't need to be. Probably creating more than we need, but okay, cool. So now we can have this frozen patch, and we can get, or this frozen wave, and we can get rid of this first hit. Actually, let's listen and make sure it doesn't help. It's actually kind of nice. We're going to have to raise the volume. So the reason I'm doing this is so I can time these hits a little bit better and have them cut off at the right spot. Or like readjust the fades in this case. And it might be interesting to have at least the first part of this phrase repeat here. Or maybe not the first part, maybe the second part. So I'll drag this, oops. If loop is turned on, you can actually use this window usefully, and I'll drag my playhead all the way out there, and watch what happens as I drag the playback scrubber. It actually scrubs through the clip, which is nice, so I can start at different sections. And like I could line these up to work better in the phrase. Draw this out. Alright, so does that work? I might cut it here, and I might make this a bit more reverby, or add some reverb to this, to sort of maybe accentuate the gaps. I kind of like it just... That's nice. Let's lower the volume on this one and maybe do something with the reverb here. It's probably time to introduce a delay send into the track so I can start doing this type of thing with delay as well. Maybe go the other way. I like that. Alright, let's listen to it in context. I think it needs something. I think what will help this is actually having a sub. Maybe it'll just be a sub hit, but something to further identify that this is like a new section in the track, or that it's introducing a new theme. So when I do my subs, I'll just show you the patch here. It's FM8, and it's nothing fancy. It's my own little preset, and it is... Oh, actually, it looks like a lot is going on. I think the important thing here is whatever I've done with sound design, it's all happening at the filter level, and you can see where the filter is. So the filter is really dictating, you know, the shape of the sound here. And you know what? This sub is actually a little plucky. I do like it, but I think it's not the right sub for this. So let's actually make another sub. And I usually actually use two subs in my tracks, usually one that's a saw and one that's a pure sine. In this case, this is our plucky sub. So I'm going to call this pluck sub. And then we'll do some sound design. I'll call this the pure sub. And everything is FM8, so you can be damn sure that this one's going to be made with FM8. Which is not really... Making a sub should not be hard. If it's hard, you're probably doing it wrong, is what I've learned. I'll turn off all these racks. Okay, so now, and I will initialize the patch. Guess what? We're almost there. Because this is a pure sine wave. Where is it? F is pure sine wave going out. We'll send it out by 100%, and let's just double check that there's no envelope here that is doing anything. I'm going to give it a little bit of attack. This actually might be good enough. You know, let's just, for giggles, let's see if let's use an inverted one. And I'm not going to give it any pitch enveloping because I want it to be a very pure sub, but I might liven it up with some effects, just for a little bit of polishing. I tend to like the bass amps on this. And I have a little 16 pad here, that's why my notes are pretty crappy. No. Drive is nice, but only a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. I'm just going to do that. And when I draw my sub notes, I actually like to draw them up high so I can hear the tonality of what's happening musically. So for instance, the chords are really, the chords or the leads. So when I'm writing this line, I'll just leave those things on, and I'm going to start real high. We're going to just do this with the mouse. I'm just going to match notes, and it helps if headphones are enabled. Where's my... Oh, and the track is soloed. So it's obviously F sharp. You see what I mean? How you can match it? I think that's what it is. And I think it's probably just that twice. So what I'll do is I'll make this a loop and render it as such so we can, wait, what? Be a loop. There you go. Why won't you be a loop? There we go. Be a loop. Thank you. So now we'll pitch everything down. Just... Alright guys, sorry for that delay. Got a phone call. Had to take it. Alright, so I like it, but I need a bit more articulation on the sub bass. So I'm probably going to do this with pitch bend. I think that'll be the right way to do it. And I don't think FM8 lets me assign pitch bend to another parameter. I really don't like using Ableton's native pitch bending function because it gets latched and stuck and it's all weird. But whatever. So I just changed the pitch bend settings to be +12 and -12. So I can go into this clip and go to my pitch bend envelope and have this actually do stuff. And I'm going to put in a bunch of anchor points so we do not create crazy unpitched things. Let's play. Maybe this should... I said I wasn't going to pitch it, but now I'm pitching it manually. let's hear it in context with everything here. So I think I'm going to tame this even a bit more. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is actually make these pitch bends different on the last notes. So this one probably, let's listen. This one should be slower. And see, this is a problem because now this thing will, the next time I play this note, the pitch bend is going to be in this location, but whatever, we'll deal with it later. This should really be called AK's Problems Producing Music. Alright, so let me just make sure there's nothing else I wanted to edit in this section. So the drums are pretty darn simple. Maybe we'll do something like have the reverb grow on the drums over time so that by the end we're there. Alright, so that's it for the drums. We got our sub, our chords. I know there's lots of modulation happening here. I think maybe it might be fun to just change a bit of this modulation. What else do we have going on here? Ah! Oh, that's what's happening. There's an auto filter. Is the auto filter on here? That's for my intro. Maybe we should bring the auto filter back in. Just maybe. Just for this part. And then do some more rapid filter automations. Like. Kind of like that. I'll repeat that pattern. just for this part, and then maybe we'll have something in FMAB. Ooh. Let's move these filters together a little bit. I don't like when you can hear the filter. That's cool. We'll repeat that pattern. Or actually, let's do something crazy and repeat that pattern plus a bar so that they don't actually line up again. Oh, but that creates problems for us at the end. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's cooler. Alright, what else is happening in this section? We have this bit of audio, which should be labeled. This is our noise. And it's a good question of when you have noise, where should it go? Does it go on the drums bus? I think I actually will put it, I usually put it on the drums bus, but I think for this, I'm going to put it in the resampled bits bus because, I don't know, that makes the most sense to me. All right, let's listen to our new section. It's funny, now that I hear the whole thing, I like don't like this stuff in the beginning. I do like that hit at the end, but I think I might just get rid of it. That's cooler. That's freaking cool. So now in this section, the B section, so at first I was like, why am I cutting up the random cool perk here? And that's to give it some bite or some contrast when it comes back in on this section. But you don't have to cut it for the whole fire. You could just cut it here. And we have. And it's like, that cough is cool. That's my cough. And we still get that contrast. Anyway, let's listen to the drum soloed. And actually, let's look at what we did with our resampling. All right, so now we finally have some bass. That's cool. Bass is my favorite. And I actually think this drum beat's already really cool. It seems like what I did off camera, I guess, in the session mode was to, well, I don't even know how I created this anymore, but it looks like I'm just fading off the end there with a tail with a volume envelope on this clip. You'll see it execute eventually. There it is. So I know at the end of 4 bars, the percussion is going to drop off to leave some room for something. So I have to think about that when I think about my phrasing in the leads and the bass. So let's actually introduce the leads first. Let's introduce the leads first because they're really important here. We got one synth, the leader synth. This is such an awesome line. We definitely don't want that static. I'm trying to see if there's any modulation that we might want to change here, because it looks like I used a lot of session modulation. Yeah, I think I will actually go in here and edit some of this. So I'm probably, if you have modulation like this, sometimes it's nice to just hold, what is it, Command with the pencil tool. Wait, no, hold Alt with the pencil tool, and then you can just draw in little changes that don't like write a whole block. It's quacky. Alright, so I don't like any of the ones that I did on this B section, but I do like it on the A. Alright, so let's bring in the bass now. And then, of course, I have these leads as well. Now, these are my resampled bits. I don't really like this so far. I like some of this stuff, actually. But I'm going to bring it to the bass channel. This sounds like a complete waste of time here. That's shit's cool in the beginning, though. Alright, let's see what we got for our bass. We want bass, and we want leads, and we want drums. Just building our elements back in one at a time. But we do not want resampling. I'm having a hard time hearing the bass, to be honest, by itself. So I'll take out the leads. So we got this evil pitcher and the buzzy bass. Let's see if we can fit some of this bass in with that. And then maybe the second time through, we'll fit something from this in. I heard a great bass hit in here. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's try it. Maybe in the same spot. It's close. guys getting a headache yet? That's cool. Maybe throw in a glitchy hit somewhere. Alright. Alright, now we have these parts in here, so we don't need it on this track. And now that we have some kind of cool bass, I'm going to listen to the evil pitcher. And what we might do is we might move the evil pitcher over here. Because I think the lead probably... Do we lose our evil pitcher? It's AK second Skrillex. It sounds like a pure sine wave to me. Definitely not. Ooh, but there's some sort of oscillator that does not have release. FM8 is really difficult to work in because I don't even know where to go to figure this out, so I'm just going to take the easy way out and go to the easy morph and bring the release down. There we go. Hacky. So let's try duplicating this and undoing that, or deactivating that, and then listening to this section. So that's the wrong note. Or maybe even here, we'll do something like just bring... Oh no! What? You can't put automation on a deactivated clip? Motherfucker! I really hope I didn't lose that. Okay. This is the second time that live has crashed on me during a tutorial. And it's funny because I work in live all the time and it never freaking crashes on me. But so it goes. Man, I hope I can still post this video. Alright, let's see where we're at. Come on. Come back to me. Okay. I think we're actually in an okay place here. I think it was just unhappy. Yeah. Oh no. Did some automation get stuck somewhere? Ah, there's the easy envelope. I knew this would be a problem. Yeah, that evil pitchy bass is a problem. I'm not sure what we're going to do about that problem right now, but it's definitely a problem. Actually, maybe it's cool. I haven't decided yet. It's either a problem or it's cool. Cool. I think I just like the last. Yeah, I only like these ones. So I'm pretty happy actually with the way this track is going. Looks like we have a lot left to do. I am thinking for this video we really firmed up our first A-B section. So now we have something to do for A prime, and then we really need to think about this section. Even though I don't want to venture too much into the drum section, I am probably going to do a sub here, and I'm probably going to use the pure sub. So I might as well just deal with it now while I'm thinking about it. Will it work to use the same thing? Yeah, pretty much works. Yeah, this is going to be a cool track. Alright, I'm not feeling so bad. It's mostly good already. But all those details need to be fine-tuned. Let's finish out the rest of our track structure here. Give you guys a listen for what you're in for if you're in for the long haul. Yeah, that's right. We're going to break. Maybe not that long, but whatever. We're gonna get into some Mario. Ish. So this comes out of nowhere, but I freaking love it. I'll call it an interlude. Oh yeah, this continues for a long time. This might even be our main theme. Smooth. It's not jazzy. Just smooth. This is a little silly. Neuro. outro is what that's gonna be. Alright, so this is pretty much what our song is gonna look like. I think I need to stop. I'm just, you know, sometimes you just need to know when to stop. I'm not feeling creative on this tune anymore. I'm just gonna take a break. But I don't know. Maybe you've learned something, and I hope I've inspired you to go make music. Go make music. Go make music. Do it. Do it. Do it. Go make it. Go make music and do it. Go make music and do it.